In the early 2020s, ASIS, Australia's premier intelligence agency, faced a growing threat in the form of a radical extremist group operating in Southeast Asia. This group, linked to several international terrorist organizations, had been actively planning a series of attacks against Australian diplomatic missions, business interests, and expatriates across the region. Operation Aquila was launched in response to these threats, with the goal of infiltrating the group, gathering critical intelligence, and preventing the planned attacks before they could unfold. The operation began when Australian intelligence intercepted encrypted communications from the group, revealing that they were preparing for an extensive series of attacks against high-profile Australian targets. The group's network was sophisticated, and they had established a series of hideouts and training camps throughout Southeast Asia. Their plans involved not only bombings and armed assaults, but also an attempt to disrupt Australia's strategic partnerships with countries in the region. The scale and scope of the attack were unprecedented, and ASIS was tasked with neutralizing the threat. ASIS agents were deployed to key locations where the group had established its presence. Southeast Asia had become a hotbed of extremist activity, with several terrorist organizations using the region as a base to recruit members and fund attacks. ASIS's mission was to gather intelligence on the extremist group's operations, understand the key members behind the planning, and gather enough evidence to neutralize the group's infrastructure before the attack could be carried out. The agents faced a formidable challenge. The group operated under tight security, using encrypted communications and safe houses to protect their movements. ASIS operatives, trained in covert surveillance and infiltration, worked tirelessly to gather information. They infiltrated the local community, relying on human intelligence, HUMINT, and real-time information from local sources. Meanwhile, ASIS also used advanced signals intelligence, SIGINT, to track the group's movements, intercept communications, and map out the leaders responsible for orchestrating the attacks. As ASIS agents dug deeper into the group's operations, they uncovered a detailed plan to simultaneously target several Australian diplomatic missions in major Southeast Asian cities. The intelligence also revealed that the group had access to significant quantities of weapons and explosives, which they planned to use in these coordinated strikes. The situation was dire, and ASIS agents knew that they had to act swiftly to stop the attacks before it was too late. The breakthrough in Operation Aquila came when ASIS successfully intercepted a communication detailing the exact locations and timing of the planned attacks. The agents learned that the group had already placed explosives in strategic locations and were preparing to launch the assault within days. Armed with this critical intelligence, ASIS worked with the Australian Federal Police, AFP, local law enforcement agencies, and international intelligence partners to coordinate an immediate response. The operation culminated in a series of raids aimed at capturing key members of the group and disabling their ability to carry out the attacks. ASIS agents, in collaboration with AFP and local forces, raided the terrorist group's hideouts and training camps, seizing large quantities of explosives, weapons, and other materials intended for use in the planned assaults. Several high-ranking members of the group were arrested, and their network was dismantled. The planned attacks on Australian targets were prevented, saving countless lives and averting a potential international crisis. Operation Aquila was a resounding success, showcasing ASIS's ability to work in high-risk environments and neutralize global terrorist threats. The intelligence gathered during the operation not only prevented a major attack, but also contributed to the broader fight against extremism in Southeast Asia. ASIS's role in Operation Aquila demonstrated the importance of timely and accurate intelligence, the ability to act swiftly and decisively, and the value of international cooperation in counterterrorism efforts. While the full details of Operation Aquila remain classified, its impact was profound. The mission demonstrated that ASIS's ability to infiltrate terrorist cells, gather critical intelligence, and collaborate with global partners plays a vital role in ensuring the safety of Australian nationals and interests abroad. Operation Aquila stands as a testament to ASIS's dedication to protecting Australia and its allies from the evolving threats of modern terrorism and extremism.